Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Bryan's Business World. Today, we're going to be talking about how to choose an attorney. Now, it's important to note that uh, we'll be talking about choosing an attorney for your business as an entrepreneur, but many of the techniques and information I'm going to share with you today could also be used to select an attorney for other reasons. For example, in your estate planning, or if you need a family law attorney or an attorney for some other reason. I think many of the ideas and information I'm going to share with you today would also be very effective in that regard. So, first of all, in selecting an attorney, make sure, this would sound obvious, but sometimes people don't follow this, make sure that the attorney is in the specialty that you are seeking. So if you are needing a business attorney as an entrepreneur, you want to make sure that you are not using a criminal defense attorney. If you are an entrepreneur seeking an attorney, make sure you're not using a family law attorney. Now, many people have friends or family members or friends of the family, so to speak, that are attorneys and offer to do low cost or no cost legal work for you as a aspiring entrepreneur. Many of these attorneys mean well, but they're not really suited for the type of work and advice that you'll need. So, graciously turn down such offers and move on. These people offering, rather, the attorneys offering such services do mean well and genuinely intend to help you, but they're really not the correct fit for you. So make sure that you are in the correct specialty. Now, once you're in the correct specialty, does that mean it's automatically the right attorney for you? No, not at all. Now, what do I say that? So, you might be thinking, well, Bryan, I got a business attorney. Of course it's the right attorney for me. That actually could be completely incorrect. Why? Well, one reason is that business attorneys cover a wide sort of swath of terrain. You can have business attorneys that deal with startup companies or early stage companies or small businesses, and you can have business attorneys that deal with giant corporate behemoths. Or they could deal with middle range companies, which really are not that small, maybe $50 to $100 million of revenue a year, and many people would not call that quote unquote small business. So even if you have the right specialty of attorney, make sure that they actually have dealt with clients like you. So how do you find that out? Very simple. You ask the attorney how many clients or approximately how many cases they have had similar to you or your situation. So if a given attorney has had all large corporate clients but very few small business clients, that may not be the right fit for you. So make sure that you ask these questions and specifically ask how many cases or clients has the attorney had that are similar to yourself. So again, a specialty is an excellent way to narrow the search, but it's not definitive in finding the right attorney for you. Second, how is the attorney's personality? Is the attorney very formal, sometimes what I call the imperial lawyer, or more down to earth? Is the lawyer friendly or more combative? Would you feel comfortable calling this person in a crisis when your entire business is threatened and the chips are really down? Is the lawyer very formal and legalistic, or is the lawyer more pragmatic and problem solving? So really, try to gauge the personality of the attorney and really try to get a feel if you are comfortable with him or her. Now, one common mistake here, don't be afraid to pay for a consultation. Now, due to all of the advertising of the personal injury attorneys, everyone thinks that free consultations are the norm. That is absolutely unequivocally false in the vast majority of the legal field. Pay for a consultation, get some time with an attorney, and use the consultation as a screening interview. Could you get along with this person? Do you feel comfortable with them? Would you want to have a long-term relationship with them? Absolutely critical. But don't be afraid to pay for a few different consultations and shop around. Again, and I want to emphasize this, free consultations are not the norm for most of the legal field, and especially not the norm for business attorneys. So don't be afraid to spend a little bit of money looking around, having different consultations with different attorneys. A consultation is usually done for a flat fee for a set amount of time. And I don't really think you can get to know the attorney in less than a half an hour. I think the consult would have to be 45 minutes or longer. And again, don't be afraid to pay for it. What may be penny wise could be pound foolish, as the saying goes later on. Third consideration in selecting an attorney. Many people believe that they can ask for references from an attorney because so many other fields that's common, especially say contractors. You can get references, you can check the references, or other fields you can check customers, clients, those types of sources to see what type of work the people do. With attorneys, by law, they are forbidden from giving out any client information. So an attorney cannot give that information out to you. Now, in theory, with the written consent of the client, the attorney could give you a reference. But many people, candidly, don't want their attorney doing that. So if you ask for references, it's probably, candidly, a dead end in terms of your selection of an attorney. Fourth thing to consider, fee structure. Now, there's generally two ways you can hire an attorney as an entrepreneur. One is an hourly rate, where the attorney and his staff or her staff charge you an hourly rate for the services they do, or flat fees. I found that many entrepreneurs are not familiar with flat fees. Please ask for them. If you need a contract prepared, an incorporation done, a deal like a sale of a business or a purchase of a real estate asset, absolutely ask for flat fees. Many attorneys will do it for you, and actually a lot of attorneys like flat fees because they don't have to track as much on the hourly billing and do all the invoicing. So by all means, please explore flat fees when you are selecting an attorney. And also when you're doing your consult shopping, don't be shy about asking for, what is their retainer policy, what are their hourly rates, and yes, ask about flat fees. If a business attorney is not open to doing flat fees, then candidly speaking, you might want to consider evaluating the next attorney. Fifth item in consideration. The ideal goal here is for you to have a very trusted advisor in your attorney. And unfortunately, you can't really determine that in a consultation setting. It's too brief. But ideally, over years of time, you would have a loyal and trusted advisor who's crucial to your business. And that is really the ideal person you are looking for, a critical advisor. And keep that in the back of your mind when you are doing the consultations. Do you think this person might have what it takes to be a critical and trusted advisor for you in the long term? Now, time will only tell. People perform differently, in basically what is an interview setting versus the long haul. But do keep that in mind when you're evaluating attorneys. I hope you found some of these comments and ideas helpful in your selection process regarding an attorney. And again, please feel free to leave some comments below, subscribe to us, or send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.